Morning viewers. Today I'm gonna kind of talk about my friend Tina. This is my first girlfriend. She she was introduced to me when I was 10 years old by one of my babysitters. We were so young, we were scared to hold hands. We didn't even know what that was. So it doesn't really go far. We're children. And I move on. I go to Cheryl and other girls, but in between there, just around the age of 16, me and Tina reconnect and start talking again. And, it kind of comes up between two 16-year-olds how we were too scared to hold hands and we were just children. We're older now. We do different things. Would you like to do something else? And I was like, I agree. I would like to. I always imagined. So we picked a Thanksgiving day. I took bus up to a metro up to Carroll Stream. She picks me up. Lo and behold, it was the same Carroll Stream that I would eventually live next door to. It was a block away from my house, but at that time I had no idea. Came up here, she picks me up, and go back to her house. She had the internet. I was looking at the X-Files website. I never really looked at websites before the internet was so new. It was 96. So having turkey and some pumpkin pie. It was awesome. And she walks out in this nightie, like straight up fucking Victoria's Secret nightie to me at the time, and asks me, "Are you gonna stay out here all night?" And I was like, "No." She goes, "Well, then you should come to bed." And I was like, "Yes." So we go to bed with her, and I'm telling you, some of the best sex at that point in my life I've ever had. It was wonderful. It was the most beautiful. It ends with us just laying in bed naked together in the moonlight. It was beautiful. And the door opens, mom walks in, I pull the covers up, I'm like, "Oh no, we're fucked." And her mom is just like, "Oh, sorry guys, I just wanted to know if you wanted something to eat." And I was like, Jesus, no, you've already eaten, thanks mom. She goes, "No problem, you guys sleep good." Close the door. I'm like, What just happened?" And she's like, "Oh, she's on her pills." I was like, "Oh, okay." Dude, my heart was beating out of my chest. I actually was able to fall asleep, woke up in the morning, and her mom's not on her pills anymore, so, Adam, she can't know you're here. So I go out the window and around the front, knock on the door, act like, "Hey, I just got here, remember me?" Like, "Hey." And Tina gets me a ride to the train station. I take the train home, and that was that for a long time. It was just to see. It wasn't anything to start a relationship. It was two kids' curiosities. And it turned out to be nice. Years go by. I'm 20. I'm with Chris. Tina was in the neighborhood. She wanted to come over. I was like, "Dude, I got my own apartment. I drink and we smoke. Yeah, come hang out." So it'd be all great, man. I haven't seen her in so long. She comes over, we're watching Jackass, which was new at the time. It was like brand new on MTV. Nobody knew what it was. I'm like, oh, here's Jackass. And Chris introduced me to it. Watching the tape, Chris shows up. He's all mad about Tina and why you're watching things with her, and I lie and say I never slept with her and causes problems between me and Chris. T's like, I should go. I'm like, yeah, okay. T left that night, nothing major. That was about it. For many, many years. We stay in contact, we always talk. We're close with each other. We come from the same neighborhood. We lived a block away from each other. Man, my brother knew her family before, like, either of us were born. So it was something special, I would say. She raised birds when she was younger with her family. They were lovebirds. They were the coolest birds. Oh, it was nice. And then, many years go by. We're in our 30s. I'm like, wow, life has not been well to either one of us. And she's like, no. She's on heroin. She's doing real bad. She actually was very honest with me and told me that she had made it to a point where she was almost about to start giving sex up for drugs. She didn't want to, so she was trying to get clean. And I'm living alone. I got a 2-bedroom condo. T, come live with me. Let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's try again. A little older. She says okay. I pick her up. All she had was a garbage bag full of stuff. She's pretty much sleeping at house to house. Hooked on heroin. She moves in. And so she sleeps next to me in bed. And one night we make love. And she actually says to me, that was the first time I've ever actually made love. It was wonderful, Adam. It was the most beautiful night I've ever had. And I was like, I'm glad I could return the favor. She didn't really know what I meant, but it doesn't make us a couple. I mean, we are boyfriend, girlfriend, we're trying, but she's shooting Benadryl. Like, I found out my Benadryl was gone. I kept it around just in case somebody had allergies, and it all disappeared. And it's like, what the hell happened to the Benadryl? And she tells me that's when Benadryl can be shot up as an alternative to heroin, but it wasn't working, and she ran out. So she said, Adam, I'm sorry, but I have to. And I was like, man, that's the one thing I don't want. You can't be doing heroin here. Like, man, I told her you could do coke, you could drink, smoke weed. I mean, dude, you could smoke crack for all I care. Dude, do some meth. I don't give a shit, but not heroin. Please. But it was too much. She calls her drug dealer. I mean, to deal with it. I was like, fuck, you give me some coke. Guy brings over some heroin, some coke. She shoots up, gets high. I'm coked out of my mind. I'm like, yeah, coked out, I'm high. She feels better. A day or two goes by, and we're sitting in the front room, and the phone rings, and she's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna head out. And I was like, okay. And she walks at the front door. I see her go down the stairs. I'm on the 3rd floor. She gets in the car. She talks with this dude. And we actually watch her cook it up on a spoon, sitting there right in the car. And she shoots up in front of my house. She comes back upstairs and she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, where'd you go? And she was like, oh, I ran over to Mishka's. I was like, Tina, I saw you. no, this, you can't be shooting up in front of my house. Like, you just, T, I want to find you dead. Just, she knows it's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. She's too hooked. I can't do it. She decides she's gonna go. I tell her it's probably the best idea. She gets some dude to say that he'll let her stay there. Who knows what the hell that is? I drive her down to Chicago. I dropped her off. Wish her the best. A couple months later, she got a bad batch with some fentanyl. She OD'd and died. I still miss her to this very day. Oh God, my friend Tina. Sometimes I feel like maybe it was my fault. I should have kept strong and tried harder. It's been so many years now. I wish I could talk to her in our 40s. We were going to be friends until we were old and gray. And she's gone. She made a post that night about the best burrito she had ever had. It was a microwave burrito, a ranch something. To this day, if I ever saw it somewhere, I wouldn't be able to eat it. I don't want to know. She had a burrito. She shut up and died. It's part of life, I guess. The one drug I really hate is heroin. Oh, it's so bad. That's Tina. My friend Tina. I loved her. I miss her. I wish she was still here. If my friend Angie ever sees this. Angie, hello? She's the one who introduced us. One day I'll talk about Angie. She was a babysitter of mine. Well, that was Tina. God rest her soul. You guys have a good day. Later.